My name is Shamika Thomas. I teach psychology with TCC's Connect campus. So all of my courses are online. So I approached this assignment based on how I would handle this type of issue in my online class. So I chose scenario one. You have a shy student who is not comfortable talking during class discussions. And since our class is asynchronous, our main source of class discussions are usually the online discussion boards. So that's how I approach this assignment. So the first thing I do is I try to provide a lot of structure within the discussion. So I let students know what the discussion boards are for and what their expectations are for completing the assignment. And then I also incorporated some things that I learned during this module about how to create a more culturally relevant and engaging online class. So I first let them know that discussion boards should exhibit significant thought and include some type of content from the course. So I like for them to refer to the textbook or some type of secondary source, an article, a website, any type of current event or personal experience to really relate to the topic. And from this week's assignment, I also like the idea of posting images instead of text to help communicate ideas, because I think for some students, having an image is a better way for them to relate to the content than necessarily coming up with some other type of information. So I want to incorporate that. I also let them know that since we are remote, the best way for us to really communicate and to learn with and from each other is through our discussion. And I let them know that this is a chance for us to build community and a place where everyone can feel safe. I also give them expectations for what I expect for every discussion board. And I let them know that there will be some type of scenario or question posted that they're expected to respond to. I encourage all students to make their initial response by Thursday each week, so that all other students can have a chance on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to see everybody's responses, and then make a reply. I also let students know that they need to respond to at least 2 other students, and preferably on different days, so that they aren't just going in one day and putting in all their information and never seeing what else is said. So I like to think of that as kind of giving their 2 cents about what is said. I let them know that they need to write at least 175 words as well whenever they respond to other students. I also let them know that I'm going to grade them on a rubric so that they'll know what the expectation is. And then lastly, I provide some structure on how they should respond to other students. So I tell them that they should start with some type of opening salutation like, "Hi, John," or, "Susie." And then instead of just saying, "I agree or disagree," explain why, and, tell them, what resonated with, based on what they said. Let them know that you're having a conversation with them instead of being terribly academic. So I try to provide some parameters so that they'll know how to structure their response so that we really can have a good discussion. And I like the idea of also having them ask questions to the other students, so that kind of keeps the conversation going. So that's how I would handle the situation if I had a shy student who didn't really want to talk. I usually we'll actually go in and say, "Hey, we'd love to hear what you have to say on this," or "What are your thoughts on this?" So I also participate in the discussion so that it flows a lot better. And generally, students respond to that. And I can also have some private conversations as well.